Oh, girl, you look fine.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
It is Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Pathway to Purpose. This is Cynthia with my girl Tanya Moore. Hey,
Hi,
Tanya.
everybody. Hi, Cynthia.
Listen, this is my ride and live.
Around the way girl for real, because I'm in a whole nother state today.
Absolutely. Listen, y'all. She's all the way in Delaware. And I'm like, listen, come on and get on the podcast with me. And she's like, what? Okay. That's my girl. So how are you doing, beloved? How are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. You know what I was going through, but I'm here. I'm happy. I have praise reports. God is just so good.
Yeah, I'm
So,
just be on live to make sure that my live is public. I don't know what happened last time, but for some reason or the other, um Facebook is not making my public. So I'm have to okay, so I'm seeing it now. It looks public. Okay. We good, girl. We good. We on the road.
okay.
So how's the grandson?
He is hopefully gonna be home tomorrow.
Yay. Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm thankful. I'm prayerful. We continue to pray for him, and all is well, honey. All
I
is well.
just want to say thank you to you and Miss Wanda. When I tell y'all prayed, y'all didn't leave nothing out. Y'all prayed for the utensils, the hands, the surgeons. Y'all didn't leave nothing out, honey. And he is doing well. God is so good. You know, when you get weak and you can call on those prayer soldiers, you know who to call. I was a little weak. You know, I'm faithful, but I was a little weak. I was like, no, God, don't take him, take me.
Yeah. Listen, listen as a noni, my grandkids call me noni.
Mm-hmm.
I understand because we had a scare Braylon, who will be 11
Mm-hmm.
on April the 24th.
Okay.
We had a scare when he was 3 years old, and he had a seizure, fell down the stairs.
Wow.
Yeah, honey. Honey, the worst day, one of the worst days of my life, turned out to be the best day because, of course, he's still here, and it happened when he was 3. So I get it as a noni, honey. When
God
those
is
grandbabies,
so
listen,
good.
it's something about them grandkids. You know, we can attest to that. It's
I,
something about.
I told Lucas, I said, baby, I think I love my grandbabies more than I love my children. My grandbaby said, Grandma, I'm gonna buy you a house. I said, right next to yours, right? He said, yep.
That's
And
it.
he's gonna be 11 in July. He's 10 and just had the biggest scare of his life, but he's strong.
Oh,
He's
well, we
still
gotta let him and Bray meet. We gotta let him and Braylon meet
yes, yes. I
since they the
told him
same
it's gonna
age.
be a testimony. You're gonna help somebody else get through this situation that you
Listen, they both have a testimony.
mm-hmm.
Hey, Pamela, how are you?
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Blessings, blessings, honey. Listen, I wanted to bring you on because listen, this is tonight where we just freestyle, but there's some things I wanted to talk about. Can you hear me loud and clear? Am I clear? Am I in the clear? Is
Everything is
everything
clear.
good?
You're clear. You're good.
Listen, I wanted to talk about, just some good freestyle topics, but the because you're a boy mom
Mm-hmm.
and you're a boy grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
um, how do you feel? I saw this clip from Ayanna, and it
Mm-hmm.
was a young man and his mother, and basically Ayanna was telling the young man to tell her that the mother was confessing the things that she did wrong to him, and he in turn told her what he forgave her for, because he said, I forgive you. And Ayanna said, what do you forgive her for? And the things that he began to mouth out of him
Mm-hmm.
and say tore my heart up. I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
son. I never raised a son. I have five grandsons.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought to myself, being a boy mom, like, do you feel like women cause a lot of the things that men deal with? Do you think a lot of that came from the mother?
It depends on what do you mean? What they give
Okay, so
me
basically,
an example.
what I mean, like, if a man has reservations about women, being able to stay in a relationship, being able to trust, being able, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
The anger, the build of anger and things as such. What is something that you did? Because I know you're an awesome mom, and I know you only raised one son, but still, yet in all, you raised a son and a daughter. So how do you feel like was different with raising Trey versus to raising Chrissy?
Well, my son, I think me as a single mom that I did a great job with him because he chose to be the opposite of what his father was. So I was a single mom. I raised a son by myself, and they always say a woman can't raise a man, but I don't think that that's true. I think that they all do need a positive male role model in their life. At some point, there's some things that men can show them that we can't. But my son always puts me on a pedestal and tells me that I did a great job. Um, as you know, I'm not with his father. I wasn't with his father, but he still chose to be a part of his father's life as he got older. Yeah, at first he resented me when
Hmm.
he was younger. He thought
Yeah.
that it was my fault that his father was not active in his life as he should have been. And
Right.
then when he realized that it wasn't my fault, he chose to still forgive his father
Mm-hmm.
and be the best father that he can be the opposite of, his father. So they have a great relationship now, and then he has two sons of his own, and he's just been a great father. So I think that I did a good job by keeping positive role models in his life and setting a good example of how you should treat a woman because
Yes.
he's a wonderful husband as well. Great husband. If I wish I could find a husband like my son.
I know, I said that about my son-in-laws. I'm like, Lord,
Yeah.
I pray so hard. My children got some good husbands. I ain't say perfect, but they have some very good husbands. I'm like, okay, Lord, now let me split this and pray for me.
Yes. What I had to learn, I'm looking at the comment here. It says being a boy mom is not for the weak. Sometimes it can be a mother. I think the difference is whether or not the woman is healed, and that is
Yes.
so true because
Yes.
for a while
That was
I
good.
held resentment towards his father, and I made the mistake of showing him that until I realized how hurtful it was to him because he
Hmm.
really wanted his father and needed his father. So
Yeah.
once I realized that and I stopped like saying anything not positive about his dad and I let him
That's it.
choose to have that relationship with his father and not because of what I felt and how, what I went through with him.
Yeah.
And that's so true what you said. Yeah. So I had to let some things go and let my son, be a man and choose to have that relationship with his father, even though me and his father didn't work out.
And I love that you said that I stopped saying anything negative. I think that's key because one thing about my daughters, I have three amazing daughters,
Hmm.
and you helped me raise the first two.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
takes a village.
Yeah.
And their dad, that's one thing I tried my best not to do it out is talk negative about their dad around them.
Hmm.
I tried my best to never say anything that would, because of the simple fact that this child comes from the both of us. So
Hmm.
if we're downing the father, how does that make us look as the
Right.
person who chose the person to be their father? You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Hmm.
I had to take that into consideration of both of my all three of my daughters, their each of their fathers, because my youngest has a different father. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna talk ill will about your dad, but I'm
Hmm.
just gonna allow you guys to choose which,
Hmm.
Sierra and Toy's dad is
Yeah.
amazing father. He's
Right.
an amazing dad. He has a very strong relationship with the girls, and I love that. But it's like stuff he'll tell them, this is how I did y'all mom, and they like, what? Cause I
Mm-hmm.
didn't,
Yeah,
some stuff
tell him.
I never
Oh yeah.
told them because I felt like that had the way he treated me had nothing to do with him fathering them.
Right. Right. Right.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of women because he did you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You're automatically thinking he gonna be a bad dad. That's not the case. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So that's how I had to look at things. Let's look
Right.
at some of these comments. Tori says, okay. She says, I never talked negatively about his dad in his father absent. I tell my son to forgive his father, but I have to allow my son to feel what he needs to feel. How you feel about that, T?
That's exactly what I went through after I realized that, I, you know, let go of the bitterness and the hurt that I was going through. And I let him make a decision to be a part of his life and see for himself. And
Mm-hmm.
that helped him to become a better father as well. And he chose to, include his father in his kid's life.
Yeah.
It's all about forgiveness. I forgive his father
Mm-hmm.
now, and I talk to him now, and we can have a decent conversation as co-parents. And even
Yeah.
with the situation that just happened with our grandson, I had to unharden my heart and just be more, compassionate and loving and caring because you never know when you can lose someone in a blink of an instant. And God will use things like that to happen to bring your family closer together. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
been recently speaking to him and talking to him and keep him updated on what's going on with his grandson. And we've actually been able to like have a decent conversation and forget about the past and just look forward to the future,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
grandparents. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And
Yeah.
Pam said, yes, they will see for themselves, and that's so
Mhm.
true. And I
Mhm.
and I really feel that. I feel as though if you're raising little humans to become big humans
Mhm.
and you're doing the best you absolutely can and you're allowing them to have their life experiences and live, they will gather uh their own decisions for the absent parent, whether it's an
Mhm.
absent mother or absent father, so I just don't think we need to detour. Look at Mix Tanya. Look at there.
Hmm. Hi.
Mix say hey
Oh wow.
Tanya. but yeah, I feel like we have to let the anger go and co-parent. I think
Mhm.
because that's what's healthy for the child. Even like you said, your son is an adult,
Mhm.
and now you're co-grandparenting. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And
Yep.
that's awesome. I love that.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
Yep.
love what Tori says. She have her moments where I get angry, but I don't display it in front of my son. I would never let my son see my anger in regards to his father. I
Yeah.
love that. Tori, that takes a strong woman.
I know.
That takes a strong
Yeah.
woman to say that and to hide her anger in front of her child.
Yeah. It's a
Because I
lot of
feel,
things that we have to
yes,
hide.
yes. I feel
Yeah.
too many moms. Listen, Tanya, now growing up, grown folks' business was grown folks' business.
Mhm.
And the children just were not a part of grown folks' business
Right.
in most regards. I feel like now children are added too much into stuff that they should not even be burdened with. Like, why are you telling your son that his father didn't pay child support? That's not his issue, or that's not your daughter's issue. Why are you saying your daddy didn't pay child support this week? Or I mean, if something's happened and you can't afford something, just say not right now. You don't have to add all of that extra stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I
It's
feel
a certain way that you can say things.
yeah,
How you put things, how you say things in front of children. You can
absolutely.
just,
Yeah.
it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And it's just certain things that you just need to leave out. Because,
Mm.
like they say, the child needs to stay in a child's place. And you don't need to be burdening your child with all that extra stress because you're going through something. So, and I
Yeah.
hate to see young mothers, single parents, use their kids as pawns. And, girl,
Preach.
because you're bitter and you're angry, you want to
Hmm.
deprive that child of their father who wants to be in their lives.
Preach.
So I know when they're going through it, it's hard. They need to find healing and get past the anger. But I never had a father that wanted to be in their life, in my kid's life, at the time that we were together or going through a breakup. But if you have a father that wants to have a relationship with their child, then don't be using that child as a pawn because you're upset or what you're going through.
Exactly.
Because you're hurting the child in the end, at the end. In the end, you're not hurting the father. You're hurting yourself and your child.
Absolutely. And I feel like that is the worst karma that you can cause yourself to get, is being angry as a mother because you're a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as women, we have a lot more power than we want to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was taught that at the end of the day, it's your body, your choice. If they're not
Mm-hmm.
forcing you, you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a decision that you made with the person that may or may not have should have been in your life. Maybe
Right.
they were the person that they showed you, and you just didn't want to acknowledge it, or maybe they did change after the fact. But in all, still, and you don't have to uh interject, or insert your anger into your child's life or atmosphere or energy just because it's all messed up in between you and the father. And I feel like we as women, I'm like, okay, so you lay down with them. Like that's how I look
Mm-hmm.
at it, and that's what my mom said. Listen, that's who you chose.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you got to realize that's the person you chose. That's the person you had children with. So
Mm-hmm.
listen, you better suck it up. And at the end of the day, those are your children. They're your responsibility, whether
Mm-hmm.
he does anything or not. You
Right.
pray, you pray for him. You pray for
Mm-hmm.
him because God will deal with him in a way. And I mean, he had moments that he didn't work or something, like, but it was very rare moments that my older two, their dad, like he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
There was rare moments, there was little moments, but it was always able to come back, and he'd be like, listen, I apologize, this happened, that happened. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, at the end of the day, I just want you to be in the girl's life. At the end of
Right.
the day, I just want to see my children smile. At the end of the day, I don't care what you got going on, it's
Uh,
about the
that's
children.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because
Yeah.
maybe that person was only supposed to be the father of the child. That's it. Maybe that's who
Listen.
God destined for you to have kids with, and that's it. They were like everyone has a time and a season for to be in your life, and maybe that was the only thing that he was supposed to be there for. So as
Listen.
we get older, we look back on those things as we get wiser and we learn. Maybe that's all he was supposed to do. Bless me with a child, and we were supposed to move on, and in life. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Um, I love that. I want to look at some of these comments. Let's see. Tori says, my mother spoke negatively about my dad, but I still love my daddy. I did not allow their issues to burden me at all. That, Tori, I'm telling you, that's the issues of a child. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we really we have, and that's good because some children are influential. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Some kids turn on that other parent just because of what one parent says.
Right.
And Pam says sometimes it requires growth from past hurts. It hurts the relationship between the absent parent
And the child.
and the child. Pam, that's good. That's true. It does. It really does. You just learn to let the past go. And Mitch,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we got a man in the house tonight. Good.
Oh,
My
hi,
son,
Mitch.
my son mother lied that I didn't want to be in his life was not true. And I had two grandsons I've never seen because relationship didn't
Wow.
work. So the man gets hurt as well.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow.
Mitch, that is so true, and that's so sad because
Yeah.
I
You're
see
hurting
yes,
the you're hurting
yeah.
the child, like and the father. That's because I said
Yeah.
you're not
A man
hurting.
got feelings too. A
Yeah.
man has feelings too now. Come
Especially
on.
when they want to be active in the child's life. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Mitch, for being a male voice tonight in the comment section, because sometimes men don't want to speak about that because most men have been taught, don't whine, don't cry, suck it up, and go on.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
think men need to be more vocal.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
I think men need to be more vocal. But yeah, but I absolutely feel as though um don't put your hurt on your heel. Don't put your hurt on your child
Mm-hmm.
from the absent parent, whether it be the absent mother or the absent father. Yeah, don't put your pain on them. But Pam said it's sad. Everyone makes mistakes, but sometimes women hold the hurt longer than they should.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people in general, but yes, when women are single moms. Tanya, you got a shout out.
Hi, Mr. Thomas.
I can see her. Hey, Tanya. Welcome, soldier. Listen,
Hi.
I just love that. I love and the fact that you took time out because listen, Tanya is like me. Her grandbabies are her world, and her
Oh
she
yes,
had
they are.
we had a little I say little because God covers all. And
Mm-hmm.
Lucas had a little scare, and she
Yes.
left Virginia and went straight to Delaware like she wasn't
Yeah.
playing no games, and she's
I know that's right.
sitting here with me giving me some time, and you can hear that beautiful the young grandbaby in the background
Yeah,
being her
acting
cute
up.
self. That's okay, honey. That's life. That's
Yes.
life.
Yes. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. You never know why things happen. So you just gotta trust God and go with the process. Go with
Yeah, yeah. And
trust the
Mick said,
process.
Tanya, you know I love Michelle. You welcome.
I know that's right. Yes, you do.
Oh, Mr. Thomas said that's why I haven't seen her in ages.
I've been
Child,
traveling
Tanya
the
went from
world,
New York to Virginia to Child bye.
Delaware.
Okay,
I've
Tanya
been
said.
through the town, but I always go home and just, my mom's house, Misha house, Wanda house. I don't be
She be
seeing
in and
nobody when
out.
I come in. I be in and out though, like a hot New York minute.
Yes. And I don't, especially when I was living in Sherrod. I'm like, girl, no, you weren't in Hartsville last week. Yeah, I was home, but I didn't see nobody. I'm like, I'm pouting and mad.
I'm gonna
Tori
have
said,
to
I
go
don't.
live next time I'm home. Like, hey, everybody, I'm in town. Where y'all at?
And look, crickets. That's when you'll have crickets.
Uh-huh, exactly.
Tori says, I don't keep my son father from him. My son father made a choice not to be there, but it's not my son's responsibility to choose his father, chase his father down. Tori, that's really good because that's where my youngest, what happened with my youngest and her father, and and he just decided not to be in her life. After the divorce, he was like, "Yeah, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm done. I don't want to. I don't want to, daddy. I don't want to do anything. I'm out." And and I think she was 20. She's 26. She was
Mm,
22 when he reached out to her.
mm-hmm.
And she said, "What do you think?" I said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "If you want to go see him," because he
Mm-hmm.
asked her to have lunch, and she says, "Will
Right.
you?" And I told her, "I'll go with you." She said, "I don't want to go by myself." I said, "I'll go with you. I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to sit with you guys, but I can sit in the same restaurant and I'll
Mm-hmm.
be there as your support." And I
Right.
told her to pray about it. If it's what she wanted, I support her 100%. Child, after he been gone 20 plus years. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
You know,
Like, but I still was like, if that's your father, if that's the case, if you want to welcome him up ours, I don't feel any type of way. But she decided she just didn't want to at that time. I mean, so and
right.
that's her choice, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. But it was
But
nothing
you're right.
she said or
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
And that was great that you were willing to actually go and sit and be in the same vicinity and support her.
Oh yeah.
So that,
That was
but
a shocker
hopefully,
because
he'll
yeah.
reach out again and until she's ready because he chose to leave. So he
Hmm.
needs to continuously reach out to her until she's ready, not give up.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
hoping
in
that
a
he will do
sense,
that.
yeah, I don't expect him to do that though. I mean, I don't expect him to keep on reaching out because he knows she's an adult and he the rejection might hurt him. So I
Hmm.
don't feel like he should keep doing it because I don't know how it makes him feel,
Hmm.
but I do know that it's her choice, and
Hmm.
if he's hurt by it, then that's his hurt and he got to eat it
Yeah,
because
'cause
that's
he
what he
chose to
did.
leave, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Michael says, I don't understand how fathers don't want to be a part of their kids' life. Like, how though? Is it a generational thing?
No, it's hurt feelings. It's a hurt thing. It's him being hurt because of what he did and things didn't work out. but you don't take it out on the child. Like you, and especially he's been in her life so long. I feel
Yeah.
like if you're not gonna be there all the way to the end, don't be there in the beginning and then leave. You're hurting them more then than just not being there at all.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Right.
I
I feel
mean,
there's so many
we can't
reasons.
just wake up and say, I don't want to be a mother today. We
Oh
can't.
Lord, no.
We got to be there no matter what. No
There are
matter.
women that do it. There are women
Yeah,
that do it.
yeah.
But I no, I couldn't. I could do it. I could never. I could never. We could never just walk away from our kids and say
Yeah,
we done. We tired. We're
yeah.
done.
I tell my daughter all the time, she got them twin boys. I said, girl, you tired, you need a break. I said, we don't get a break. Ain't no rest until the day we close our eyes for good. Because, even when they grow up and they become 18, 21, they move on and go about their business, you still got to be a mother. And then come the grandkids. So it's a circle of life. It keep going. It never ends, baby. That's
It's
why
a
I
beautiful.
love
It's a
it.
beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And one thing
Yeah.
I'm so proud of my daughters because they're
Yes.
such. Yeah, they're such good moms. Like I
Mhm.
look at them and I'm like, they are such good moms. But I know they sometimes want to break. So honey, sometimes I'll have to get all seven of them grandkids, and I'm like, oh Lord, be
Give them
with
a break.
me. Be with me because
Yeah.
I don't know how they do. I just had three. My oldest, she has three. They have
Mhm.
three, and then the middle they have five because she has a
Mhm.
bonus. She has a bonus baby.
Mhm.
So, but the bonus baby doesn't live with them. But they have four full time. So I'm like,
Mhm.
Lord,
Mm. How they do it? We
how,
don't that too,
how? I don't know
girl.
how, and I don't. I yeah. I just can't. And my grandkids are old school. They like to go outside.
Mhm.
They like to go
Oh yeah, that's
outside.
the twin. That's Noah. Outside, outside.
Yeah, Pam said that's why they
Mhm.
need
When
us
they need
even
us
more.
even more. Mhm.
Yeah, you're right, Pam. Because we still mothering. We're still mothering our children to encourage them to be good mothers and good fathers.
And I feel like they're good parents because they had a good mother, a good role model.
Oh,
So it definitely
absolutely.
came from us, and
Yes.
the strength comes from us. And then when we have their back, thank God that we're still around to be able to help them. You know,
Yes.
I thank
Yes.
God every day for that. I'm like, ooh, thank you, Jesus, I'm still here. But
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
came to me or them, I'm like, take me and lead them. God. Take me. I live my life. I'm willing to go. Sacrifice my baby. Don't take my Lucas. Please, Jesus, take me.
Listen, I understand
I was
completely.
trading myself in for them grandbabies, honey.
Listen, there is no love like it. There is, and
I
people would
know it's
say that,
crazy.
honey, and I love each and every one of them. There
Mm-hmm.
was my mom and I were on the phone having a conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
she was mentioning one of the family members was saying to her, "Is your granddaughters ever gonna start having babies?" I say, "It ain't, because they got two whole husbands. They got
Mm,
husbands. They
mm.
having babies from husbands. They ain't having babies from baby daddies and
Right.
boyfriends and mates.
Right.
They're having babies from husbands, and if they want to give me 10 grandbabies, let them give me 10 grandbabies. Because guess what? My son-in-laws are taking care of their own kids. They're not
Mm-hmm.
asking anybody for anything, and I
Right.
don't care how many grandbabies I get. I love. It's like I fall in love each time one
Every
comes.
time.
One comes. It's a
Yeah.
different kind of love, and I absolutely am so grateful.
You know
Um,
what's crazy? I have to share this experience. When Lucas was born, I was in New York and Trey was here in Delaware, so they FaceTimed us, me and Chrissy, and we saw Lucas when he first came out, and I was like, "Oh my God!" When they say grandmothers can look at their grandchild and know that's their grandchild,
yeah.
and you see them when he first went, I just started crying. It was like I saw Trey being born all over again. It
Oh,
was the most beautiful. She was like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "I feel like I'm looking at Trey." It was like, oh my God. It was
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
That's beautiful. See, well, I
Mhm.
know mine were mine because I got daughters.
And
So
I got a story with each one of them. When Logan was born, girl, they had just took he's a COVID baby, so quarantine was just let up. Girl, I moved. I left. I left New York. I packed whatever I could, and I left. He was born on the 22nd. I left on the 26th. I left New York, and I was in Delaware. I was like, my grandbabies, if they lock us down again in quarantine, I'm gonna be with my kids and my grandbabies. I'm not gonna be up here in New York by myself. My kids are gone. It's time to go.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That
They make you
listen,
do some crazy stuff. I told my job goodbye. My last check, like I will not be back, and I just started a whole new life. The
yeah.
grandbabies, honey, grandbabies.
That
They
and
something else.
that's beautiful.
Mhm.
You don't see the black culture do that as much anymore.
Mhm.
It's more so Hispanic cultures,
Mhm.
Asian cultures, Indian cultures.
Mhm.
Uh, you just see other cultures, whatever, what have you. You see other cultures doing that way more than you see black in America.
Mhm.
Because I'm not gonna say African, because Africans, honey, they love their elders. They take care of their
Mhm.
family. They're real family.
Mhm.
But I just see like it's not so much now. Cause honey, when I was raising my kids, my mom was like, "Those your kids. Don't bring them over here." You know,
Mhm.
I don't babysit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And when I had my oldest grandchild, like Toy was like, "Can I have my baby back?" I was like, "Oh, you want this? You want him back? I thought you had him for me." Like
Oh no, girl.
you can have him while I go to work, but when I come home from work, I want my baby back. She's like, "Mama, that's my baby. Give me my baby back. Give me my baby back." And of course, him being a boy, I was like,
Mm.
"Give me this baby." But I do feel as though as African Americans, we really need to bring that back, like it
Mhm.
used to be, like
Mhm.
it used to be. Because on my dad's side, let me tell you something about my paternal grandma, my
Mhm.
dad's mama. Oh, honey, she was all about that. If
Mhm.
she could have had half of her grandchildren living with her, we'd have been living with her.
Mhm.
Her mom, my great grandma lived with her. Like my dad's mom was that type of woman. Like she was like, okay, all the family here, okay, so that's fine with me. We'll figure it out. You know, she was not a person to make us feel like, okay, you need to go home. Like
Mhm.
she like, you going? You really want to go home? Like, no, but my mama said I gotta go home. Oh, hey, Vaughn. Vaughn says, I feel that keeping a child away from their father is the worst thing a woman can do, especially when the father is trying to be a positive influence in the child's life.
Mhm.
Most of the time, it comes from bitterness, and it's normally when the father decides that the time with the woman is done.
Mhm.
Just speaking on cases that I know of personally, but I do know some dudes that are trifling as well. Vaughn, listen, that needs to be talked about more. Baby, he don't want you no more.
Mhm.
It's simple. And I feel like instead of being enraged, maybe you need to be relieved.
Mm. Mm. That part, like I said, he was only supposed to be the father of the
Yeah.
child. And
Maybe
that's
you
it.
need to be maybe you need to be relieved.
Mhm.
Maybe you need to be relieved, honey. Maybe you need to be okay. He's gone. God saw something that I didn't.
Mhm.
And he needs to be removed from me and this child life full time, or just my life,
Mhm.
not the child. He
Mhm.
needs to be removed from my life full time. And we need to sit down and figure out how we're going to co-parent, because I'm not raising this child. If more women thought in their head, I refuse to raise this child by myself,
Mm.
we're gonna work together. I don't care if we're not in the court. See, that's another thing. I don't care if you don't give me no child support. Do can at this moment, we're gonna first work on your time with my child. Then we're gonna work on the finances, because you do need to help me take care of this child. But
Mhm.
but instead of putting it in the court system, let's sit down and talk and write up an agreement. How about we do that?
Yeah.
Why won't more women do that? All they doing is making the court system rich by charging all
Mhm.
these fees. And
Mhm.
then when a man something happen, he loses a job, he fall behind, you're not getting money if he got to go to jail for 30 days. I mean,
Mhm.
the babies, y'all, I got so much commentary on that. We could go way left.
I
I
know, right?
yeah.
Because you probably gonna get more than what the system gonna tell you if you just cooperate.
You're gonna always get
Get
more.
more than what depending on who
Yeah.
you're dealing with and if they
If he's
care.
not a trifling man, if
Right,
he's
right.
not a trifling man,
Mhm.
then you will get so much more out of him, his family, and
Mhm.
you'll get so much more help. I don't get it. I don't get keeping your kids away from their paternal family just to be mean
Mhm.
when you got this whole village of people where you talking you mad on Facebook talking about I can't take no girls trip because my baby dad is sorry, and he on his page saying I wish I could see my son today.
Mm.
I wish I could see my daughter. Or his mother is on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, or she at the church saying, I ain't seen my grandbaby and I don't know when, and she loving up on somebody else's grandbaby. You the crazy, ma'am. You the crazy because you just being selfish, and you need to
Mm-hmm.
relinquish your, you know,
Get out of your own
your
way.
hello. Hello, ma'am. Get
Yeah.
out your way and allow these people to help you raise these children, and quit trying to make your child put a price tag on your baby.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Because if you really love this man, if you really love this man when you conceive this child, why would he leave? All you talk about is child support.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said stop using these kids as pawns. You know.
I digress. See, I'm drinking my water, mind my business, because I just can't. I feel like life is so much easier when we're
Yeah.
better together. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
better together. We really are. Pam said being greedy just one word. Pam, it just won't. And it backfires.
Mm-hmm.
I think it backfires. I think it backfires a lot. A lot. Y'all, thank y'all. Y'all just tuning in and talking. I love it. I love it. So T, we're gonna move along to um we're
What's
gonna move along to the singleness.
uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh Lord. So we're both in our amazing golden years. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw something come across TikTok, and it enlightened me. It put the light bulb over my head. And I want you to give me your whole 25,000 cents on this.
Okay.
There was a young lady that said that there was young women that said that we older women we played out, and she began to speak about how half of the younger women that she's come across, and this woman, when I'm telling you, she looked fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
She's our age, and I would never thought it.
Mm-hmm.
And which we don't look our age either, but she said that half of y'all look older than women my age, and she said the problem is that the reason why we're single, we're not old and bitter. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have time uh games, for shenanigans. She says we're over here traveling, living our best life. We've raised our children. We're establishing our careers. We
Mm-hmm.
may have businesses, what have you, whatever. We're taking care of whatever she said that we're doing. And she basically went in and said, y'all need to get yourself together, because we're not willing to just have a man, just a man, any man, and we love self. How do you feel about that, as far as a woman being in the prime of her life, her youthful self, just being okay with just being without a man, but the public is like, you old and bitter and lonely?
Well, first of all, I ain't explaining nothing to y'all youngins. Kind of been where y'all at right now, and I've grown and I'm wiser. I'm not alone because I don't look good or I don't want to, nobody wants me. I'm alone because I choose to be alone because
Mhm.
I know what I want and I'm not settling anymore. I'm woke. I've been asleep for a long time, just dealing with one a-hole after the next. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I don't owe you no explanation on anything. Because as long as I know and God know, I'm waiting for God to send me the right man this time. I'm not going after what I want or what I think I want. I'm waiting because I know when I get it, it's going to be good. I haven't given up. I'm just in the waiting place. So
Mm,
then
mm.
I can go on in and be like, we still got it.
And do
And
and
I'll
that's
be glad when you get over here on this woke side and stop dealing with the mess, honey. No, I mean, and I like I said, I still lotion up and bubble bath and wine and smell good just for myself, you know. So
yeah.
I ain't got time for TikTok. It's so funny you said that because I just started posting and doing little things like TikTok. I put a picture of myself up and it was a song saying just getting back to loving me. So you'll see that real soon. Because I just did it before I came on here. I just happened to be strolling on my phone on TikTok and that song came on. It says use the song. And I was like, oh, let me find the perfect picture. So I want to see how
Yeah.
many clicks I get on that one.
Listen,
It's
girl.
so funny that you said that. But yeah,
Listen.
they'll get where we're at. You know, we were young once. We were there where they at now. And
Absolutely.
they'll get where we're at.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel as though I feel like I'm like, honey, if you at 30 understood, or at 35 understood how freeing it is to be in the place I am right now, when you have a peace of mind, baby.
Mm-hmm.
If someone
Woo,
is
ain't
in
nothing
your
like it. It's
if
like
you
$1 million. Woo,
listen, if you
a
have
million
someone
bucks.
here, it's beautiful. It's beautiful if you have someone to share it with. Don't get me
Yes,
wrong.
yes,
But if you don't, you're still at peace and you
yes.
happy.
I'm protecting my peace right now. Anybody can't just come in and take my peace because I know
Oh,
what I've been through and I don't want to go through that no more.
my peace ain't for sale.
Mm-mm.
My piece is not for sale. My
What?
piece is not for
That
sale.
ain't anything. It's like having $1 million, honey.
Yes.
For real.
Vaughn says truly age and maturity makes a big difference. It really, really, really does.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so glad I'm at the place where I'm at. You know, I'm so glad I'm here.
Because I remember when we used to have some
Girl,
conversations on that phone.
who? Child. I used to have to tell somebody tell me how to sleep in my bed. I'm snoring in my bed and they get mad. Girl, bye. Now I can snore the roof off if I want to. Okay? Jesus. So anytime I get lonely, I think back to that. And snap out of it. Girl, bye.
I
We can
have
go
no
on and
idea
on
what's
and on
going
and on, like Erica Badu say.
on.
Girl,
Yes.
on that one. I am so
Yes.
happy.
And I think men feel that way too.
Mhm,
I'm not a man, but I have male friends that are single. One of my male friends, he is very successful. Well, I have a
mhm,
couple that's very successful. They're very
mhm,
successful. And they make great money. They're nice looking men. And I'm
mhm.
like, well, what? It's
Why are
like,
you
ain't nobody
single?
want to be, I don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be
Right.
bothered. And I'm like, you know what? Peace. At
Protecting their
peace.
peace. Protecting their
And that,
peace.
right. And one
Nothing like
particular
it.
one. And one particular one, he was like, he get approached by a lot of young girls. He's like, I am not finna be your sugar daddy. And it was
Ooh.
so funny. And I was like, you know what? I think that's a thing now with the younger
Yeah.
ones wanting to
Mhm. Mhm.
date older ladies
Mhm.
or guys. And it was just funny. But he said, I'm just in a place, I'm not gonna put up with nobody crap. He said, I'm just not. And
Mhm.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Nonsense.
And I feel like once you get a certain age, you just like, hey, Bonita. Bonita said, definitely. I've been
Mhm.
saying this so often lately. Peace of mind is everything. Honey, Bonita.
Yes.
Listen, girl, that's why we look like we look. Because,
Yeah, we ain't stressed out. We ain't
look,
stressed out.
drink my water and
Mm-hmm.
mind my business.
And protect my peace. Okay.
Whew, listen, I
Mm.
just, honey,
And they gonna realize if you run around here looking for a sugar daddy. Sometimes the older ones are just dumb as the younger ones, if not more.
preach,
Been there,
preach
done
on,
that. And
preach on.
they still trying to find themselves or want to see if they still got it. I mean, you got to deal with other. It's just different stuff. Different. It's just finding that your person. You know.
And trying to start a rap group at 52.
Yeah. Need to grow
Like,
up. Still
but
living
no,
in the
and this
past.
is the thing. Let that be a hobby. If you 50 something and you rapping, but you got a day business or this is like your third side hustle, that's different. But if you not doing nothing but in your mama basement and you 52 talking about you finna rap, no baby. No.
Mama basement.
No baby.
Mm-mm.
No. And you want to come to my house when I get off work? No baby.
Mm-mm.
No. That's what I'm talking about. Jamal, Jamal said, I want to rap. Jamal, listen,
I
but you are
want
very
to
successful. He's successful. Somebody he
rap.
want to. He's successful. He better go ahead. He got so much under his belt going on.
He said, I
I'm,
want rap.
he is not in his mama basement, girl, doing nothing. Trust. Somebody he want to rap. Well, you rap then. You
Do
can
whatever
rap.
you want to do, boo.
Yeah, you can
Some
rap.
peace while you at it.
I will buy your mixtape, sir.
We ain't bashing the rappers. If you want to be a
Yeah,
rapper, you can be
we
anything
not
you
dissing
want
the
to be at
rappers.
whatever age you want to be.
We dissing the ones that don't want to work and using that they trying to get their mistake sold because they don't want to work. They don't want
Mhm.
to do anything. Mm-mm.
I'm not telling you to give up on your dreams now.
No, don't give up on
Mm.
your dreams, but there should be something to fuel that dream, you
Mhm.
know. And I feel as though it's so possible, but at some point we gotta. I always say that I don't have to have someone in my life that's an entrepreneur. I
Mhm.
can do a 9 to 5. He can work in the mill. He can work at
Mhm.
a plant. He can work on the. He could drive the city bus, honey. I don't care
Mhm.
as long as he has ambition and he loves what he does, but he understands where I am as an entrepreneur that I'm just
Mhm.
not going to work for anyone
Right.
unless I'm working for us, our corporation, our business,
Mhm.
our company, unless
Mhm.
I'm driving, I'm one of the driving forces behind what we're putting together. That's
Mhm.
different. That's still self-employment. That's still driving your own legacy. But
Mhm.
I can't be with a man that's that works for another corporation or big company and he can't understand why I want to work for myself. Like,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Well, we gonna manifest that you find that male entrepreneur in your
Did
life,
he find me?
but you might need to branch out of the bills.
Girl, I ain't looking in no veil. You know I am not looking over here.
You gotta go do different things, different places.
I do. I do.
I saw something on Facebook that was called the Travel Divas, and I was like, "Oh, I need to start traveling. I need to sign up for this and look into this. You never know, go around the world." And my husband probably somewhere hiding behind Mars. It's like she crazy. I ain't ready for her. He peeking. He like, I ain't ready for that girl. Crazy.
He could just be in Tulum or Dubai or
Right, you never
he
know.
could
And
be
we
in
have to
Bali.
open up, like do things different and just
Hmm.
stop staying in one box and stop accepting the
Absolutely.
same mess. Like do something different if we want something different. So I'm beginning to like open up myself to other opportunities.
With that being said, are you stuck on your type? Because my girlfriends and Lord Tori always tell me, you need to let no dark skinned men go.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Look into other, you never know. Maybe my husband might be some white Italian or Asian. You never know because you never like I ain't dating outside of my race, but you never know. You gotta try something different. So I don't know. I always I want me a brother. I see you looking at I want me a brother. I'm talking junk. But you have to be open minded is what I'm saying. Because you
I
can't
feel as though God will grant you your desire.
mhm.
And I as much as I listen, my
You know
mom
I love me a good dark tall mandingo. But I'm just saying I'm open minded.
yeah.
I mean, I'll entertain you. I'll entertain you. Yeah.
I don't want to even get your hopes up because yeah, like I'm even working out and losing uh 30 plus pounds. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still a thick girl. Like
Hmm.
you
I don't
you
know. I'm just
you can't be this
I,
size.
listen.
You
Well,
can't
I'm
be a skinny
celibate. I'm
guy.
celibate
Your
for a
legs can't be
reason.
this
I'm
little.
celibate for a reason, so I can still be with him and still be celibate. That's what I'm sitting here thinking. Maybe I just might want you for company. Go out, talk, have drinks, and that's it.
Well, some guys are like that. I know guys that
Mhm.
aren't ready to start just having sex with any
Yeah,
individual.
so
Yeah,
I've been celibate for what since 2020, almost 3 years now,
yeah.
and I have no desire to like
Ooh,
be with anyone right now
let me put my little 8 months in the pot.
because you have to. I feel like you have to be worthy of this now. I
Absolutely.
can't. What I've been saving and doing for myself, I can't just give it to anybody.
Right.
So, but I gotta get out of that box that I was in. I
Oh
guess
Lord, I love this. You see
this
what Tori
thing
said?
is invite only. Everyone does not have access to me. I get somebody else to do it. I ain't girl. Just right.
Tori, listen. That how Tori said, listen. This is this is the thing.
All right.
You have and I don't mind. I'm a people person. I really am. Like I can get on
Talk
my
to
podcast.
anybody, everybody.
Yes. But when it comes to my private life, I
Mm-hmm.
really like for my private life to be private.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? You get me? It's like I don't want you to try to keep me a secret. That's not what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about I don't have to post if we're going on a road trip and holding hands. I don't have to post our most funniest moment. I like for stuff to be safe
Private.
kept. You
Private.
get what I'm saying? And I like if we're upset, let's keep it with us. So
Yeah,
when we make up, you can
yeah, you're not looking crazy. What happened?
flow.
You went out.
Yeah, somebody was calling me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just want to let it flow and let it be private and be to a point where we're making sure we're good before we, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't care to be introduced to the world because the world ain't gonna hold us down. We're gonna hold each other down
Right.
in midst of the world.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah, that's right, Pam. She said, come on. She said, come on, everything
And
ain't
don't need to be
public.
funny. It lasts longer when you keep it between the two, just the two of you.
Okay,
You
Vaughn, you
feel
better
like
come on through with that old school song.
still waters run deeper.
Still waters run deep. Hey, I like
Yeah.
that. Yes, absolutely. That's it. I'm telling you. I just look. My next relationship, I want it to be a best kept jewel secret until they
Mm-hmm.
be like, boom. Y'all seen that girl? She was on the podcast and she had a blip, 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 blip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, my husband. Look, it could be that secret for me. I really don't care as long as we know what's going on.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't have to have a life or fake book
Mm-hmm.
or desensitized media.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though. I mean, I
Right.
don't. I don't. I think it's better kept. But yeah, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Everybody in the comments, tell me if you disagree or you agree. Tell you we like to know. I would like to know because I just feel like okay, this is one thing I saw. So there was a Queen Latifah and her wife were actually pulling up to this thing. They got out the car and they showed how Queen Latifah looked at her wife, the love that how she looked at her.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the comments, because you know, girl, I be pew straight to the comments. So
Mm-hmm.
the comments was, tell me I was today years old when I found out that Queen Latifah even liked girls. Like there was so many people that didn't even know she was
Right.
a gay woman. They had no idea she had a wife. That's how low key this chick has been. This chick been like this since the 80s. Y'all late.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how poised and how private and safekeeping she was with her personal life. Okay,
Yeah.
Tori. Okay, Tori. I'm gonna hold you to that.
My husband might be Caucasian. There you go.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, girl.
I mean, you never know. That's all I was saying. Like, you never know. You got to start thinking outside of the box. If what ain't working for you all these years now, what you've been doing, you got to do something different. They say you want different, you got to try something different.
Ouch. Get off my toe.
Sorry, I tell you, you got to open up that box, step out of that box. You never know. He might treat you more like a queen, and Mandingo treat you like a queen. Yeah. All right. Never
Oh my
know.
goodness, great. Listen, we might be looking in the wrong ethnicity.
I just stopped looking.
I
I'm
don't
not.
know.
I'm not
I
even
don't
looking.
know.
I'm not looking.
I'll say uh not just looking but be open.
Hmm.
I think I'm not open, y'all, and I
I'm
feel
trying
bad
to
about
get
it.
ready. I'm trying to get myself ready so that when I do find that jewel, I don't mess it up. You know.
That's it.
So I'm
Completely healed.
healing. I'm getting ready. I'm working on me, And that way, when he comes, I know what to do with him, how to treat him.
I want to love, and I feel like I have always done this, but it has also been in addition to being scarred. But
Mhm.
I want to love from a pure healed place.
Mhm.
There were times I loved from pure place, but it always wasn't healed. So
Mhm.
this next time, I'm gonna love him really good because I understand that he's also a person that has some of the softest feelings, even though he may have a hard outer core.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
know sometimes that I need to walk up to him and say, "Hey, baby, how was your day?" Or, "Baby, is
Mhm.
there anything I can do to make
Mhm.
your day better?" I'm
Mhm.
not just the prize, baby. You the prize too. So let me treat
Mhm.
you out to
Build them up.
dinner
Yep.
and a
Mhm.
movie. Let me do something. You know what I'm saying? Let me do
Mhm.
something for you. Let me rub your feet. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let
Mhm.
me cater to you. Like that's
Right.
every time I say, baby, let me cater to you because baby,
Mhm.
this is your day. And it's a Tuesday. It's a
Yeah.
Thursday. This your self-care day. Let me love on
Mhm.
you. And
Mhm.
that's the thing. I want to do that from a healed place.
Mhm.
And I don't want to feel some type of way as soon as he like, okay, babe, I want to go on a fishing trip for 3 days with the guys. And then I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's how we want to be because sometimes we don't do right. Tori said, we're not
We're
claiming
not claiming
celibacy,
celibacy,
abstaining,
abstaining. We're gonna
have sex again. We
we
will
will
have
have
kingdom
kingdom
spouses.
spouses.
Listen, honey, ain't nobody claiming that
Woo!
word celibacy. Ain't nobody claiming that.
God gave us a gift of love. He also gave us our gift of the tune of who we share with. So I'm not celibate because by choice, it's just worked out that way.
Well,
Where
you're abstaining. You're
yeah,
abstaining. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and
I'm
that's
not
okay.
saying that I'm not gonna have it again. I'm just saying that it's when the person I feel like is deserving of it because I took so long to get myself together to get where I'm at now. I just can't,
Yeah,
just give it to anybody just
that's it.
because. Yeah,
Woo. No, we don't do that.
you don't
We don't give
deserve
it to
it.
anybody. We don't do that, honey. Click click. No.
I'm gonna manifest the next person man that I sleep with. It's gonna be my husband. That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna manifest. I'm gonna throw that out there. We're gonna be married,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be
Hey,
good.
Tamra. Look,
Hello,
Tamra, listen
sweet.
here.
Hi,
I think you need to your husband need to have a family reunion on stateside and we need to meet some of his people.
Timber. Some brothers or cousins or uncles or somebody.
Listen here. I'm
My
telling you.
husband's they out there. I'm ready, husband. Where you at? I'm ready. Stop hiding.
She said, look, she said,
If
no
you out
problem.
there.
Listen, I know that he is. I'm right now I'm enjoying life.
Mm-hmm.
About to head out on a cruise. I got another girlfriend. I'm supposed to be going on a cruise with her too. And it's like, and my colleague was like, "You have no small kids.
Right.
Live your best life. You deserve it. Why are
Mm-hmm.
you feeling guilty? Why do you feel like you got to be here all the time? Live your best life." And I'm like, I really want to enjoy my life. I mean, I am going to enjoy my life. Put it that way. I am going to enjoy my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not anxious about not having anyone. You get what I'm saying? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like, oh my God, I don't have anyone. Um, but I don't want to be so self-involved that I miss him. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
I don't want to
Okay.
miss him. I ain't want to miss it. He be like, baby. And I'd be like, I'm living my best life. And then just walk
Mm-hmm.
past him, like, and miss the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I also want to be focused and open. And I know that as long as you know how we both know we stay in tune with God and God give us
Mm-hmm.
discernment, we'll know when He comes because we know what we pray for. We knew what we're writing down
My
for our
prayer is
husband.
God, if it ain't for me, block it.
And He will.
Block it. If it ain't for me,
He
block
will.
it.
He gonna block it. That's right, Tam. Don't be too busy. That's it.
No, that's right.
I'm trying and look, well, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I don't like the word try
Mm-hmm.
because that gives you an excuse to fail. Uh
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing better at not being so busy and
Mm-hmm.
understanding that I do deserve the finer things, even if I have to give them to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, I'm not talking about expensive gifts and not about money. The finer things is like sometimes I can just go to a park and sit by the lake and not, just chill and read my book and not feel like I got to be working and grinding every single hour of the day because I am a single woman and I have to take and I have to take care of two addresses by myself. And I don't think well, God does it. I don't say by myself because God blesses me to be able to do that. But I just don't want to be, so driven to provide for myself that I miss it. Okay, listen, that's what I mean.
There
Father
we go.
says peace.
Peace. We were
That's it.
speaking on that, protecting that peace.
Yes, yes, that's
Like
it.
who you bring into that peace,
In a nutshell, she's sometimes peace is fine. Peace,
Mhm.
definitely. If I could just go, I've done this. I've got in my car, driven down to the beach by myself, and just walked.
Mhm.
Just walked on the beach with my shoes off. It wasn't the best weather, but I just needed that peace, that time to get away. I
Mhm.
clean my little feet off in the little shower, cold as I don't know what, put my little boots back on, got in my car, went through a drive through and went on home. It was,
Mhm.
for me, that was just like, wow,
Mhm.
I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like I did something for me today that I needed to go to the water,
Mhm.
speak to the ocean, speak to the water. As far
Mhm.
as speaking, saying God, I just wanted to go there because I feel like around water, I'm closer to God, and I talk to God, and
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
let it loose, and then boom, I
His
went home.
creation. I used to
Yeah,
do that when I lived in Far Rockaway. I could literally walk out my door, go up the boardwalk, and go to the beach, and just oh my God, taking the beauty of the water and His creation.
yeah,
I used to sit up
yeah,
in the lifeguard chair, and I felt like I was just closer to God and just talk to Him.
yeah,
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. I love that peace. Sometimes peace is
Mhm.
final, honey. That look,
Mhm.
you need to put that on a t-shirt, Tamara.
Mhm.
Put it on a
Mhm.
t-shirt, sell it in a salon when you slaying
Mhm.
them heads.
Mhm.
Cause that is the
This is
truth.
fine.
It is, honey. I absolutely love it. Listen, we are at our hour mark, girl. I love this. I love the camaraderie. I thank you, my friend, because even though you have things going on, you was like, girl, here I am. I'm right here. I got your bag.
Always, always.
We're gonna close out with Vaughn saying it's so many people in the world now that devalue sex. Come on here.
Mm.
That it's hard for a man or a woman to find a relationship where it's really special these days. I have so many single friends from both sides, and
Mhm.
that's the first thing they do even before knowing the other person's
That's the
favorite
baby
color.
thing.
It makes me think of the passage in the Bible, casting pearls to the swine. Come on,
Mm.
sir.
Mhm.
Listen,
Okay, man.
listen, and that's the thing. I've never been in a situation where I've rushed to do that.
Mhm.
Um, and I like being courted. And I can't say I was in a situation where I wasn't courted.
Mhm.
Even in past relationships, it's like, let's go out, let's go eat,
Mhm.
let's meet up every Sunday and just talk and get to know each other and eat and laugh and you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
build a friendship. And when you
Right.
do
Get to
that
know each
with a
other, really.
person, when you build that friendship with them, I think that causes you to understand them in so many ways that you wouldn't have throwing sex on the table first. Like
Mhm.
you get to see them dirty and sweaty, and you get what I'm saying? Like, and
Mhm.
y'all just laughing and chilling and talking and sharing, and people don't want to do that anymore. Like, I listen, I'm a country girl, so I remember like my cousins used to date their boyfriends, and they used to drive their daddy pickup trucks, and they'll be sitting on the back of
Mhm.
the pickup truck eating ice cream and talking and swinging their feet, giggling and laugh.
Mhm.
Like that's people just take dating and they just throw it out the window. They take court and not throw it out the window.
Now it's what is it? Netflix and chill.
Right? Like how you come into my house and I just met you? You could be a murderer.
Right.
I don't know you. I don't even want you to know my address yet. Like
They don't even ask you to go out to the movies or dinner or anything anymore. It's just, can I come through with a bottle of some weed or something? You ain't stepping foot in my house, sir.
I
And
now
I
me
even come.
personally, I haven't had that experience.
I'm
Thank
like,
God.
I live with a whole bunch of people. I live with a house full of people. So we living in there like Mexicans. That's the lie I'm telling. You can't even fit in there. Mind you, I'm single, live by myself. Drop me off around the corner, pick me up down the street. You ain't even gonna know where I live. I don't live by myself. I live in a shelter.
Oh my.
That's gonna let you see if he really, really like you or want to take you out or something different.
Listen.
Mm-mm.
She said my husband and I didn't discuss sex at all for
Nice,
almost 7 months while we were dating. I love that.
nice.
So you got a Tamara. Let me ask you this. So you got a chance to like really fall in love with him,
Mm.
like really fall in love with him. Like
Mm-hmm.
7 months. I mean, that's a couple of months shy of all the seasons. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said. The next person I with, baby, we courting through all the seasons: spring,
Mm-hmm.
summer, winter, and fall. Baby, I want to see
Mm-hmm.
you in all the seasons. I want to see you when it's
Mm-hmm.
cold. I want to see you when it's hot. I want to see you when it's. I want to see how you are. I love that. I love that. Almost 7 months.
Mm.
Mm. See that right there? What make it fire when you do? Jesus. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be quiet though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part. Write a book, honey. Some people need to know why. I mean,
Yeah.
it still can be done.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be. It's going to be.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna
absolutely.
say. It's going to be, and I can't. I'm not gonna say I can't wait, but I'm excited for when it does happen.
She said he's Muslim and he wasn't willing to fall, and I was celibate. I love that. See what
Mm.
I'm saying? Women our age, we're okay with not being out here being crazy sexually. Like we ain't got no sense.
Well, I feel like men, I guess because I'm old school. I feel like men they want a challenge. They don't want something that's easy. You know, if
They
they're
don't.
willing to chase you and wait for you, that's what they want because they don't want somebody to just coming after them, going after them, and just being, promiscuous with any and everybody. So, she
Yeah,
said that's how you really get to know someone when sex is involved. Exactly.
that's true.
Yeah. So I've always thought that, they
Yeah.
want a challenge. They want a challenge. If
A
they
man
willing
will
to
not
wait.
respect. How can he? And this, and like I said, I grew up in I grew up in an all boys household, and then my boy cousin. So I was like the only girl. So I used to hear how my brothers and my cousins used to talk about those easy girls. I don't care how
Mm-hmm.
beautiful she was. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care how pretty she was, how popular. If she gave it up on the first or the second date or easy, all the guys knew that she did that. So nobody really wanted her. They all wanted her, but nobody wanted her like just
Mm-hmm.
exclusively.
Right.
So that in the back of my mind, that always made me feel like, well, golly, you know, they really want a girl that keeps saying no.
Mm-hmm. They like that chase.
Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
like that. Men don't respect you when you give it up so easily because they feel like, well, if you did that for me, you're going to do it for another guy. Like
Mm-hmm. That's
this
right.
is something you've been doing. This ain't nothing new. Oh, you was the first person I ever. And stop lying. You've said this to other people. You've done this with other people. But yeah, it's yeah, you need to safe keep yourself, and I respect that, Tampa. Thank you for sharing that. I love it. I love to know that more women of your caliber, ages, and wisdom is saying I'm worth the wait. Like Tanya saying, she's abstaining because she knows she's worth the wait,
Mm-hmm.
and she is.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be good. Good things come to those who wait.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's
y'all.
gonna be amazing.
Exactly. Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like I said, we are at our hour and 8 minutes over actually, because Vaughn made us go in, honey, with that. I
Mm-hmm.
just look, I had to just comment on that a little bit more. But y'all have an have an amazing rest of y'all week and weekend. I will be back with y'all next week, but the week thereafter, I'm probably gonna be tuning in from the Bahamas on the ship somewhere on the
Oh,
water.
that's right.
I gotta make sure I put my Wi-Fi package. Want to put my Wi-Fi package on, and ending with Tori. There, Tori. Oh, Tori said, there's a difference between being beautiful and attractive. Beauty fades, having a heart of gold, understanding, nurturing is attractive. That's right,
Amen.
Tori. Amen. Have an amazing week, y'all. Let me tell you something. Don't ever let anybody deter you from the pathway to your purpose. Tanya, hang on. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.